Any sport competition, people do it because it benefits the rest of their life.
I'm able to point with the best of the best, to keep speed with the best of the best. It's really changed the way that I feel about my sailing because it's allowed me to reach for success in ways that weren't possible before.
I've lived on the water and worked on the water all my life, sailed all my life. Clagett sailing has opened my eyes to bring more inclusivity and get everybody back on an even playing field.
It doesn't matter if you have both hands to get there and two legs. The current is the current, the tide is the tide, the wind is the same.
Equalizes everybody, personality-wise, physically, and mentally. It's hard to see the difference out on the race course.
I lived on a 42-foot sailboat at the time of my accident. I thought that sailing was going to be no longer something in my life. I'm racing at the Clagett Regatta, the 2.4-meter one-design sailboat. I'll be racing the same in Europe, doing 3 regattas, culminating in the Sailing World Championships in the Netherlands. This wouldn't have happened if Clagett wasn't here. That's flat out the truth.
It gave us that step that we needed to start sailing again the right way.
This allows you to find that joy in life that, is really worthwhile.
We have been doing this now for 21 years, going into our 3rd decade. We offer fleet racing instruction, match racing instruction. We have Team Clagett, a boat grant program, and we try and give scholarships as much as we possibly can. We actually have a product, and we can prove that it works. 19 of our sailors podiumed. We know the program works. We have wonderful high-class coaches. We have fabulous race management. Our principal race officer has run the Paralympic and Olympic circles. We have more Commodores and former Commodores and national and international race managers as part of our race committee than I think you could ever find anywhere.
Once you step foot on these docks, you have to be prepared to feel truly inspired.
I had a lot of questions as far as support needed for my needs. I wouldn't be able to sail on my own. Clagett has shown me a good example of what is possible and given me the confidence that if I do want to pursue this, that I can be successful.
I think this is now my 6th Clagett that I've been to. I really get to come back to see how I've improved and really benefit from all the coaching and amazing support that we get here. I always strive to welcome new people in and be there for others.
I'm brand new to everything, so I'm learning so much each and every day. I just can't say anything more than wow. It's everything to me. I heard rumor that I'd be able to do this. Really, it's been my whole life since then, making myself capable of being here. From getting out of the bed, buying a van to travel with, getting here, getting a boat, learning. It's my world right now.
The grant committee buys a boat, finds a sailor with disabilities and gets that boat to them, 2.4 or sonar, and that gives that sailor a financial boost to get up over the financial hurdle to get a better boat, to get a nicer boat, and tend to go faster.
Once I was able to apply for the Clagett Boat Grant, that really changed everything. I've been able to compete with more people and really just get to improve my skills as a sailor.
My sailing went from a 5 to a 10. I have been able to be competitive with the world-class athletes at my club. My world ranking has improved by more than 30%. I'm able to compete with people who have much more experience because it has leveled the playing field.
To get a boat to sail on, some great new sails, some coaching, a team manager who helped us throughout the whole thing. That was really one of my favorite parts, having that landside support, the structure that the team and the squad mentality really provided. It's so important to have those structures in place. If you can do the basic things correctly, it makes the rest of the decisions a lot easier to make.
I learned more here than at any other regatta. This is an extraordinarily complex sport. When you're on the course, there's so many factors, there's so much chaos. The coaches here, and they will give you absolute clarity on rules, positioning on the course, all of that.
The sailors are nationally known, but they still take coaching, still learn, they still get something out of every regatta, even though they're at the top of their divisions throughout the country.
I take our training days very seriously. I take lots of notes. I use that as my foundation for my training throughout the year.
One of the sailors that's here this year came to this regatta, learned a little bit, and he's come back now. The skill sets he has are so much better. He's sailing with Sarah Skeels, and between the two of them, they have one good arm and no good legs. two really high-level disabled sailors are performing extraordinarily on the water. From year to year, you can see what people can do, not what limits them from doing more.
I feel powerful when I sail, and when I feel powerful in sailing, I also feel powerful in life. I can come away from this experience, win or lose. When you come against challenges in your real life, you can think back on those times where you're like, we solved a problem on the water. And if I can solve a problem on the water, I can probably solve a problem in my life.
Just the other day, I was sailing in 15 knots of breeze on Narragansett Bay, and I'm like, you know what? Talking to a few people about this work project is nothing compared to what we get to do here.
We talk a lot about strategy and tactics, but also about planning and preparation. What I learned at this event is to always be prepared, expect the unexpected, be able to be adaptable in my everyday life as well as on the water.
Coming here and having different people with different abilities, like disabilities, I'm able to adjust and see things from a different perspective.
The U.S. team who's going to the World Championships in The Hague this year, each one of them has either been a coach or a sailor at Clagett for multiple years. We're very proud of this group.
I'm traveling to the Worlds at The Hague in the Netherlands in August with a team of 5. We're part of Clagett Sailing. We're part of U.S. Sailing. We're part of a team that's representing Team USA, and I will be representing the United States in the Hansa 303 women's class. Going to the Worlds is very costly. We decided to raise funds as a team of 5. Some of us are maybe a little more well-known than others, and we wanted to make sure that everybody shared equally in what we were doing. When Team Clagett jumped in, when Clagett Sailing came in and decided to give us a grant to go to the Worlds, it really is helping us offset travel costs, be it housing costs or flights. It really takes the edge off that personal financial commitment that we all have to make. Having that support, it really is sensational and gives me a really great feeling to be part of a team that's bigger than just the 5 of the sailors that are going to The Hague.
We've been in wealth management for more than 90 years. We are involved in every aspect of our clients' lives. So when we were approached initially for the sponsorship, of course we'd want to do this to support our families. But this has added a completely different dimension. Just being stopped and tapped on the shoulder and thanked for our support and hearing the stories, the life-changing stories. To me, that pays dividends.
I've seen nothing but positive success with these guys. They've all improved their standings in the race course and improved their standings physically, mentally.
You learn everything you can imagine about sailing, but it's the people. It really is a true family, and you'll see people here every year, and it's like a massive family reunion, and you get to go sailing.
Meeting the new people is pretty awesome.
I now have training partners for life. I have friends for life. I made connections with new coaches, other athletes around the world.
Just finding like-minded people in this world is invaluable.
People who have disabilities, who want to live life to the fullest, who want to get out there and not let any circumstances in their life slow them down, those relationships are invaluable for me.
The more we can get sponsors, the more sailors we will be able to help. We have an organization that is in the water, ready to go. It's very easy for them to partner with us. We're very proud of that. We've been doing it for multiple years, and we hope to be able to go forward and do it many more years to come.